Share tweet Google WhatsApp Regret stumble upon mail Theresa May's husband has become embroiled in the Paradise Papers tax haven scandal with the revelation of emails between his company and Appleby, the offshore law firm at the heart of the tax avoidance leaks. Private Eye have seen correspondence between Capital Group where Philip May works and Appleby, whose stolen Paradise Papers documents have unearthed how the world's elite squirrel away investments in offshore tax havens, depriving countries of tax revenue that would pay for policing, hospitals, schools, defense, housing in the face of biting austerity. Labour said the PM's husband has serious questions to answer as investment management firm Capital Group is accused of arranging investments in offshore tax havens. The leaked Paradise Papers have embroiled many of the world's mega-rich such as the Queen, Prince Charles' estate, Conservative Party donor and peer Lord Ashcroft, and Bono. While they may not have technically broken the law by avoiding paying tax in the UK at a time of austerity and economic slowdown, they stand accused of depriving the NHS, schools, policing, defence, housing, care services of urgently needed revenue. John Trickett, Labour's shadow minister for the Cabinet Office, said there are some serious questions for Philip May to answer about his firm's use of tax havens, whether he had any knowledge of it and if he thinks this is an acceptable way to do business. Labour has previously asked Theresa May what her government plans to do to clamp down on the tax havens where money is squirreled away to avoid paying taxes for public services in this country. When it comes to paying tax, there is one rule for the super-rich and another for the rest of us, and, in refusing to act, the Prime Minister appears to condone this. This latest revelation drags Theresa May's husband's company into a long-running row between the government and the opposition, who accuse the government of not doing enough to close tax avoidance loopholes and voting against any EU measures to stop the sharp practice. Private Eye report that Capital Group's Cayman Islands funds, CGPEV LLP and Capital International Private Equity Fund CIPEF VLP, invested in a Bermuda-registered company called LIHAR. Bermuda and the Cayman Islands are tax havens where people can make the most of paying zero tax. A Number 10 spokesperson has said that Mr. May, who works for Capital Group as a relationship manager, works in retirement solutions, not offshore investments. Neither the Prime Minister nor Mr. May have any direct offshore investments, Number 10 insisted last week. Their investments have been declared to the Cabinet Office and are held in a blind trust. A blind trust is a way of distancing the couple from decisions to do with their personal investments. Related, McDonnell Labour will end the era of government turning a blind eye to tax avoidance. 1 in 5 Brits trapped in working poverty. Schoolmate of Theresa May now nurse blasts PM for forcing NHS nurses to food banks. Ex-nurses living in car and eating dog food due to cuts in her disability benefits. It may worry you that much of our main press is increasingly reporting with a strong right-wing bias. Most of our media is owned by a handful of offshore billionaires with personal agendas. More worrying is the staggering decline in independent, investigative journalism. It costs a lot to produce. So many publications facing an uncertain future can no longer fund it. With nobody to hold the rich and powerful to account, or report on the issues that don't fit with the main narrative, your help is needed. You can help support free, independent journalism for as little as 50p. Every penny we collect from donations supports vital investigative journalism. Share tweet Google WhatsApp Regret stumble upon mail.